position is that the motion be agreed to.
Mr. Speaker.
I call Reno Titakatini.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm pleased to speak in the final readings of these bills, which have now been split into two, I guess. Sir, we're disappointed on this side of the House because these bills impose tax. They impose a tax, and that is very clear. It's been established throughout debate. It's been acknowledged by members on the other side, two members on the other side. This is the imposition of a tax, and we're doing it, a new tax, and we're doing it under urgency. We're doing it in a rushed manner without no public consultation, no scrutiny, no engagement with affected parties, and there's no reason for that, sir, because the Minister has just acknowledged that he's about to conduct public consultation on what the levy fee should be and what all the conditions that he might impose around it. Ultimately, it will be his decision what he recommends and what will be actually charged on travellers. But why go through this process in such a rushed manner now when he's already intending to go through a consultation process virtually immediately? I think it's just all around the wrong way. It's poor governance from this government. Sorry, it's been a very long day, sir. So it is poor. It is poor on this government, and yet again, it's another broken promise, as we have established, and it's been acknowledged on both sides of this House. This is a tax. The government promised no new taxes, and they've flip-flopped on that, and here we are. Here they are imposing a tax which will hurt ordinary travellers. Every Kiwi that wants to travel, that wants to leave our fine shores and go on a holiday or go visit loved ones, they will all be struck with this charge. And likewise, our important visitor tourism industry, all our international visitors who bring a huge contribution to our country, they will face an additional charge. We don't really know the impacts, but we know in other jurisdictions there is a reduction in air traffic numbers and the like through the impositions of such levies. And that's why our tourism industry had fought it so hard. But on the flip side, sir, of course we want strong biosecurity systems. And you know, that's a given the nature of our economy and our reliance on the primary sector. And it's no surprise then that the primary sector's industries are all applauding this tax. They're not having to foot the bill. That's right. Travellers will foot the bill. Yep. But it needn't be the case. It needn't be the case because the services that have been provided through biosecurity screening and the like have always been supplied by the government as a whole, through the taxpayers as a whole. And that should continue to be the case. That should continue to be the case, sir. But unfortunately, what we're seeing is this arrogant government who are pushing ahead, imposing a tax, breaking the promises that they've made to the nation, and we're also concerned, sir, about the impact and the application of it. It's hastily drafted. We don't really know whether it will do everything that it's intended to do. There could be unintended consequences. It's been rushed that fast. And we don't really want to be back here in a few weeks' time trying to fix it up, putting through another piece of legislation. But that's what happens when you do things under urgency. And lastly, sir, I want to take the Minister Wagner up on her word around the JBMS. That, yes, indeed. The JBMS system, a $100 million lemon. We are still waiting to see the full functionality of that IT project. We're still waiting to see it. The due dates keep getting pushed out. The price tag keeps going up and up and up, and we don't know the functionality. We don't know the full extent of the functionality. We don't really know what benefits it's actually providing to MPI. How does it help biosecurity screening for passengers? What happens? Yes, it's great that there's 2 million entries into a trade single window, but what happens beyond that? What happens beyond that? Where's all the sophisticated risk and intelligence and screening and all of the other, and that was the core purpose of the JBMS. That was what it was intended to do, and then also to retire the legacy systems, those old 20-year plus computer systems which are still chugging away, and our whole primary industries are resting on these old 20-year-old IT systems, which are still having to carry the load because we don't know what JBMS has produced. And why don't we know? Because it's shrouded in secrecy. The minister won't tell us what's going on. The minister has been in disputes with IBM. They've had to renegotiate the contract. They've had to reset the milestones. They've had to reprice everything. They've had to go cap in hand asking for more money. And we still don't know what they've delivered. So, Minister, I would really like to take up that opportunity because I want to know what is JBMS? What has actually been delivered? What is behind the velvet curtain? Is it actually doing what it was intended to do, and which we've paid over $100 million to, over $100 million investment into it? Because, by all accounts, it's just another Nova Pay, which you have been wanting to just keep under a shroud of secrecy and hide behind lawyers and the like and dress it up with a whole bunch of gobbledygook technology language. We want to know exactly what we get for that $100 million plus investment, and will it be actually delivered on the due date, or will it keep getting pushed out and the price tag keep ever expanding? So those are my concluding remarks, sir. We do oppose this bill. We oppose the imposition of this tax. We oppose the fact that this government has yet again misled the country, gone against their undertakings that they've given to the public, and now travellers from far and wide, anyone who wants to go on a trip, will soon be facing another hefty increase to their travel costs. And it's a very unfortunate circumstance. Thank you.